Well, I'm going to say welcome back, everyone. But you weren't with me. I just videoed a whole video and then realised I hadn't pressed record. I looked up at my phone after I'd finished and I thought, oh, the screen's gone blank. Maybe the phone had died. But no, I hadn't pressed record. Let me just check. Yep, it's recording. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. Right. I just wanted to share another card design with these. Actually, I'm going to share 3 card designs with these dies. I just love them. If you saw me using them with the Simon Hurley round stamping foam, that was there. Just gorgeous. And then I just thought, no, I've got to do this. So I'm going to just redo the whole thing again. So I am going to be using, first off, the Paper Roses. They are called, what are they called? Feather Trio. Pretty obvious. Feather Trio dies, and I got mine from scrapbook.com. I will have a look around to see where else you can get them from. I just want to say, for everyone who does click on those links that I put in the description below and buy something, it doesn't cost you any extra, but it does give me a little bit of commission, and that helps me buy all this extra product that I buy to make these videos. So I just want to say thank you very much for those guys that do that. I really, really appreciate it. Honestly, I really do. Okay, so I'm going to be using these because I am just in love with them. I am also using the Petalicious, which is the pink one, the Peridot, and then the Cerulean. These colours together are just stunning, and they're all glitter embossing powders as well. So I'll just move this little one out the way and these out the way for the moment. Grab myself a piece of paper. I'm going to give them a shake because they're glittery ones. Take the lids off. It's so hot here at the moment. I'm not sure when this video is going to go out, but oh boy, it is so hot. Right, I'm just going to get lots and lots of ink on my brayer. And I'm just doing a multicolour embossing, which is, as if some of you that have been following me now will know, I love doing this technique. It will come out totally different every single time, and it's just fantastic. And it just works so well. So let me just get lots and lots of ink on here. We have got unprecedented heat at the moment. And being British, we don't have aircon. There might be some British people that have got aircon, but the majority of us don't. It's only the very rich that have it. And I'm not very rich. Okay, so I'm just going to sprinkle in a few places. It's one of those techniques that you think, ugh, that looks a bit yuck. Flick off that excess. But it's not until you sort of pull it all together and then it's like, oh, wow. And then let's go with a bit of the Peridot. Just little puddles of it. Doesn't matter if you've got too much because you can just flick it back off. Give it a little flick. It's also sparkly. And then let's go Petalicious. So because this is my last colour, I'm putting this all over. And I'm just gonna cover that. And then pop that back in the pot. Okay, I'm going to put my lids on, because seeing as how my day's going at the moment, I'll probably have an accident. Okay, so I'm just going to heat from underneath. Sorry if I kept going out of frame there. I don't know if I did or not. But I've put my camera in a slightly different position, so I wasn't sure. Right, so we want to make sure this is cooled down before we die cut it. And I'm going to use, she says, grabbing it, a piece of wax paper. Yeah, so this is just going to help the dye release from it, especially even if it's completely cold. Not if it's completely cold, it can still feel hot. That's really stupid, sorry. If you think it feels cold, it can actually still be warm inside. So let me just bring my little Foldaway up. And then this is like deja vu for me. Let's bring in and that one and that one. Let's just come over a little bit. Okay. Was it Karen asking me about plates and you get all cracks in them? I think it was. If it wasn't, apologies if I've got your name wrong. But yeah, it happens. Don't worry about it. This is why, though, I love this plate. This is the Chrome Precision plate. And that doesn't mark. And it does work well for intricate dies. So let's just lift these out of here. I'm just gonna keep them in there a minute. I just want to have a little look. You can have a look and see if it's cut through, and then just give it a good whack. And I'm keeping this, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. Let me just put that there. There's one. Nice little whack. It doesn't hurt the die. They're really nice, sturdy dies. They're really solid dies. Let me just keep those little bits. If you get any little bits that didn't cut through, sorry, didn't fall out, they've cut through but they haven't fallen out, you can just get yourself your little pokey tool, or in this case a dentist pick. I have no idea where I got this from. Can't stand the dentist, no offence to dentists, I think you do an amazing job, especially with me, but I am so scared of you guys. Anyway, right, so there's 1, 2, and then 3. Oh, and just look at how that comes out. When it was, you know, I should have took a moment to show you again what it was like when it was all done. It just looks a little bit messy. And then you do this with it, with die cuts, and oh my goodness, it's just, what a state of me. You want to see the state of my floor, honestly. But it's very, very pretty. I've got pretty sparkly bits all over my floor. Oh, if I had a cleaner, she'd quit, I'll tell you. Okay, so just get rid of those. So the simplicity of this is literally, I just took my cardstock, my Superior Smooth cardstock, because I love how white it is. 10th fold, I like 10th fold. And then I just decided, let's go one that way. I think I'm doing it the same way, aren't I? And then one that way, like so. And then I've got room for my little sentiment. Now, you can spray these with adhesive and then stick them down, or you can tap glue on your hand. So I like to use this Ultra Bond and stick that all round there and then pick it up and stick it down. You will get little bits of glue sticking out still. Let me just grab. I've got my little box and I've got stick and spray. This is Crafter's Companion. I will see if I can find something else if I can't link this for you guys. But if you've got one like the 3M, just fantastic. So I'm going to just do it off camera because it's just, I've got a little bit more room. So let me I'll just do a couple first of all. And do it in a ventilated room as well, because it stinks. Oh, see, look, knocked me water over. Whew. Okay, so we come up quite high on that. Da, da, da. And then this one, you get little sort of hairy pieces, but they will come off a little bit later. And that one there. And then always shake it before you do it. And it's always a good idea to clean your actuator. This is an actuator. It's meant to pull off. And you can always throw it in boiling water, and then that helps unclog it and clean it out. But it's not a bad shout to do that every so often. And that's it. Look how simple that was to stick those down. That's really quick. So I showed you in that Simon video using the fab foilers. We'll do quite a few different ones, but these particular ones are sentiments, and I just think they're great. And you don't have to foil them if you don't want to. Like on this one, I just done that one and just left it as it was, and I just think it just looks beautiful. I'll show you one I done where I did actually foil it and embossed it as well. But on this one, I like that. Let's celebrate you. Look at these colours, seriously, they're just so beautiful. So let me just stick this down, and I could throw a few little sequins. I always forget about my sequins, and I love sequins, but I'm often forgetting them. Let me, because I'm doing this all over again, I feel like I've already said something, and it was probably in the previous video that wasn't being recorded. Such a numpty. Okay, let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate the fact that I pressed, I'm just checking again, yep, that I pressed the record button this time. So there we go. So there's the one I done earlier, and here it is now. I mean, they just look stunning. So then I also, in that previous video, I did this first of all. I did 3 stripes of the colour and then die cut from that. I don't know which way round I am now. That way. That way. Oh, for goodness sakes. No. that way. Yeah, and then just die cut. And that's what I was originally going to use. And then while I was doing it, I thought to myself, oh, I wonder what they'll look like multicoloured, because it's going to go a lot softer and the colours blend into each other a little bit. These I've got for another time now, so I'm not too fussed about that. This is one that I had done previously, and this is where I've done stripes underneath, and then I put a bit of acetate over it, not to make it a shaker card, but I just liked the reflection the acetate gave. It just gave a bit more of a shine. And then this is what I was saying about, you don't have to foil them, you don't have to leave them plain, you can emboss them. So I embossed this with clear sparkle. So clear sparkle is literally that, it's a clear embossing glitter. So whatever colour you've got underneath, it will bring that through, and it's got lots of lovely little colours. I will link a few different ones that Wow does. There's like Neutral Ultra Shimmer, and I'll have a look around and see what other clear ones they do with a sparkle in. But what I wanted to say, so these bits, so this is using the wax paper, and when I pulled them off last time, I thought to myself, oh, do you know what? I could actually use these now. So I did. I went ahead, I'm a bit covered in glitter, and I just stuck them on a black card, and then I foiled the little happy anniversary. And I just think they just, you know, it's just a bit of waste, but it's worth using your waste. So there you go. So like that's that die. I'm hoping I'll come up with more ideas. Every time I look at it, I keep thinking of something else. Because I love getting lots of use out of my dies. And this, I really feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. So yeah, so I'm glad I've hit record this time. And thanks ever so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, that would be really great. I'd really appreciate that. If you give me a thumbs up, I'll love you even more. Yeah, that's it. Thanks ever so much for being here, guys, and have a lovely day. Take care. Bye.